name is Asia and welcome back to Dragon News. I hope everyone had a great break. Girls basketball plays Warren East tonight at home. They play Drakes Creek at home on Thursday. The boys play the same teams on the same days, but away. Good luck to all Dragon players. Archery has practice every Tuesday afternoon. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Starting today, one of the segments for Dragon News will be a mindfulness activity led by Miss Whitney. Let's take a look at today's activity.
Hey guys, it's Miss Whitney, your friendly neighborhood school counselor. The next few weeks, actually till the end of the school year, we are going to be spending some time together through Dragon News, and we're going to be learning a lot of really great things. Today we're going to be focusing on the brain. So we'll get started. So I'm going to shake this bottle, and this is just a representation of how your brain works under stress. You've got all these bits and pieces floating around, and the reason for that is because the amygdala, you need to remember that word. The amygdala is a part of your brain, and it scatters information everywhere when you're under stress. And you'll see that the settling solution that represents just your calming thoughts. So I want you all just to take a couple minutes, discuss a time when you felt stress, when you feel like your brain looked like that bottle, or like it was behaving like that bottle, or thinking like that bottle, and what helped you think clearly. So teachers, pause for just a few minutes and facilitate that discussion with your class. Okay, so we're back. Hopefully you guys had some really great thoughts or discussions about when your brains really kind of felt really cluttered with all the thoughts going through. So today we've got two goals, not three. We've got two goals today. By the end of our lesson, which you will actually pick up on Friday, so I guess by Friday, you should be able to identify three parts of the brain: the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the prefrontal cortex. And you should be able to tell what each part does and how it behaves in your brain. So let's get started. So I want you to think about how you gain new skills. Like, how does a basketball player get really, really good at shooting free throws? Or how does a concert pianist get really, really good at playing the piano? Okay, so think about that for just a minute. And then be thinking about what skills or what drills can you do to help you be more creative or to help you concentrate. Okay, so what skills and drills do you do to help you be creative or concentrate? Teachers, go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so we're back again. So these three parts of the brain, the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the prefrontal cortex, they work together a lot like a team works together, okay? So on this poster, you can see where each part is. So you've got the prefrontal cortex. We might sometimes call that the PFC, because prefrontal cortex, that's a lot to say, right? And then you have the amygdala, so this part of your brain, and then the hippocampus here. So your prefrontal cortex, that is the place that really focuses on your attention and helps you make good choices. Your amygdala acts like it helps keep you safe and aware of danger. It also is the part of your brain that helps you recognize and express emotions. And then you have the hippocampus. So the hippocampus is kind of like your memory center. That's where all of your memories are stored. All right. So these come together and they work together like a team, right? So we're going to do a quick model. Everybody put your hands together with your knuckles together and your thumbs facing you. This is a decent representation of what your brain actually looks like, okay? So if you think about it, your thumbs would be your prefrontal cortex or your thinking brain, okay? Your index fingers, where they meet up, that is going to be your amygdala, okay, or your emotional part of your brain. And then you've got the middle finger. I'm not going to put that one up, but your middle finger is your hippocampus. It's like your memory center, okay? So your brain, these parts all work together in your brain, okay? So let's think about them like a team. They're all players on a team, right? So I love football. It's my favorite sport, go-karts. So let's think about the prefrontal cortex, PFC, the amygdala, and the hippocampus, right? Let's think of those as a team, quarterback, right? So, or a football team. The prefrontal cortex is going to be the quarterback of your team. It helps you make good decisions. Quarterbacks have to be aware and they have to be able to make good decisions and make good choices, right? The amygdala is kind of like the blocker. So the blocker helps keep you safe. Keeps you aware of danger. The blockers are looking out for everybody around you on a football team, right? They're looking out for the quarterback. And then you have the hippocampus. The hippocampus is kind of like your coach. So the coach remembers the old games. They remember your reactions, what happens, what goes on, and it's kind of like keeping the playbook. And your hippocampus stores that information and saves it for later use. So, teachers, you're going to pause in just a minute, but I want you to think about when does your brain have to work like that? What kind of situations does your brain, or the amygdala, the PFC, and the hippocampus have to work together? So, you guys pause for a few minutes, have that discussion, and once you're finished up with that discussion, I won't see you guys on Dragon News until next Monday. So everybody have a great week, and we'll see you later.
This concludes today's episode of Dragon News. And remember, students, overachieve to succeed.